Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout-outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, if you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos. Some of the videos in the All-Star as well too. And priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. No insta, that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace. All right, man, let's get to it because I ain't gonna be long. Jermell Charlo went undisputed by stopping Brian Carlos Castano in the 10th round last night. Errol Spence has some more words for Terence Crawford's trainer. Bomac says that he's a 5'7" super heavyweight that don't have no discipline, and how you not gonna be disciplined and tell fighters to be disciplined. And seen Jaron Boots Ennis call out Spence last night, and he becomes Errol Spence's IBF mandatory. So make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Check my Linktree link out. Excuse me. You can find me everywhere by hitting the Linktree link. It's pinned in the live chat right here. It's also first link in the description every video that I produce. They take you to my YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, the whole 9. So make sure y'all check that out. My bad. But yeah, Jermell Charlo last night, he got the job done. DW, who fights Sionis, not sure. He said, damn, you on hella early. It's 2 in the afternoon where I'm at in the West Coast. It's 7 o'clock here, so it's late where I'm at. Batuev and Ennis, no. Ennis is going the IBF route, and Batuev just was low. I guess you could say Batuev. I thought you were talking about Sionis. I doubt it. He just lost, so what's the point of that? It ain't like he ever held a real world title. So he says, let's see if Shakir would challenge Lomachenko. I really want to see that. Shakir is prime against one of the best technical fighters. Salute. He said, don't know who stops Sionis. Nobody stops Sionis so far. So, it is what it is. But you got the IBF, and, why would he risk that versus Boots when you got a multi-million-dollar probably title shot, at least $1 million title shot coming in? Jermell, they both get, him and Jaron Ennis both get world titles, then it makes sense to unify. But at this point, it really don't make no sense to put them in there. But last night, we had a discussion about where Jermell Charlo ranks on the pound for pound list. All right. And like I said before, he in my top 5. He was already number 7 coming into last night. A lot of people say you got to put him above Spence. I mean, like I said before, the pound for pound list is subjective to what people believe. But then again, once you look at it, it's a combination of popularity, eye test, hardware, and really pound for pound really means moving up or moving down the weight classes. So it's a combination of all of that, right? And skill set and all that type of stuff. But like I said before, I see Canelo lose every round, and people still got Eddie setback, still got him number 1. And to me, how do you lose every round? And I just let you know it's tomfoolery in the game. He's literally, he got swept by Floyd Mayweather every round. He lost every round in my book. And then Bivol beat him. Bivol can beat him 10-3, 9-3, 8-4. He really beat him like 9-3. So how are you the pound for pound king and you getting swept? And on top of that, you're not even fighting the best available talent, right? So he was pound for pound just based off his activity for me over Crawford, and Crawford not being active enough. That's kind of why I gave him the edge over Crawford, number one. But when you lose the way you lost to to Beevil, and people still got you, know how you got number one and you lost. Come on, think how you not only did you lose, it wasn't a competitive loss like dog. You got dog walked. That just lets you know how much these dudes are ass kissers. He got dog walked. I ain't never seen Charlo lose like that. I ain't never seen Terence Crawford lose like that. I ain't never seen Errol Spence lose like that. I ain't never seen the Newlywed lose like that. And people still having Lomachenko on their list, and he lost to a fucking prospect. And he lost to a dude with 7 or 10 losses who's a politician now. So how is he still on the list? And he would do Lomachenko. Lomachenko even got 10 losses, 10, 20 fights. You know? No, he got 18 fights and 2 losses. How the hell is he pound for pound? Figure deal me. So, like I said before, like he literally lost every fucking round. Damn near. He lost every round to Floyd, damn near every round to Beevil. And how he still pound for pound number one. Oh, he took a risk, and hey, it is what it is. He took a risk. He got shut out. Thought he was supposed to be a great fighter. Floyd Mayweather moved up the ranks. De La Hoya moved up the ranks. Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Roberto Duran moved up the ranks. Ain't no damn way he's still number one. And a part of that, him being number one, is they don't want to give it to Terence Crawford. They can't give it to Newlywed. He just went life and death with Donaire. And they trying to give it to a heavyweight, and Usyk the term is literally pound for pound. That's the literal term of it. And they trying to keep as many black fighters off of there because you know why. Bud stay away from 54. Charles Castano, Tony Harrison beat Bud. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. Come on, you might as well be telling Errol Spence to stay the fuck away from up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, beat his ass too, probably. That'd be killing me. Oh, he supposed to be scared. You think that shit scared him last night? No. Lavin salute. Watch him stay on this. Yeah, he's a solid fighter. Nothing special. He said you expect Jermell to go to 54 next, or he defend his title. No point of defending your title. What's the point of paying 12% of your sanctioning fees to defend the title? What's the point? Fandora not gonna give you no more popularity than what you got. You know, he don't have no real marquee victory that's elite. And a lot of these fighters don't. They don't have what Canelo, have on a nightly basis, and that's part of the reason why people still hold him highly. You know, that's why he should want to fight Terence Crawford to put that elite win on his resume. That's what Bernard Hopkins pretty much made his name off of, was title defenses and fight fucking welterweights. Marvin Hagler too. Most of his marquee fights was welterweights or junior middleweight and John the Beast Mugabe moving up. So, like I said last night, it was a fantastic performance. He used what he learned under Ronnie Shields. He slid on the ropes. He boxed well, used his hand speed, mixed in the touching punches, mixed in the hard punches. And, he just touched, and Castanos didn't bring a jab, and it was over for Castanos. He don't have enough power to hurt Charlo with one shot, even though he hurt Charlo, but he never was able to follow up versus Charlo. He never was able to follow up because he didn't use a jab. He couldn't cut the ring off. Without a jab, it's going to be hard for him to cut the ring off and close the distance. It was going to be hard. And he landed that lead right hand on Charlo because Charlo kept his lead hand down. But other than that, bro, he was in it, but you could see it starting to slip away after the 6th. And in the 7th, he really should have been knocked out in the 7th. If we being honest, he shouldn't have went 10. But Charlo didn't capitalize on having him hurt. And lo and behold, Charlo just touched him and he broke him down, and Castanos was hurt from the 7th on back. It's nothing that he could do. His legs was gone. And he didn't expect that shot to break him down, but it did. It did. And he deserved all the credit in the world. for beating Castanos. But the point I pointed out last night, he didn't beat nobody of elite name status. And I guess that's what make 154 pounds 154 pounds. It's just, a whole bunch of non-names, whole bunch of fighters that got limitations, and he was the king of that. It wasn't a who's name of a division. They were all guys that Lubin was supposed to be the prodigy. Castanos, most people didn't know where the hell he came from. I think he did beat Sergey Derevchenko in the World Series of Boxing. You can find that on YouTube. Tony Harrison, people wrote him off after the Jared Hurd and Willie Nelson fight. You know what I'm saying? Charlo had been here a long time, and it took a long time coming getting them belts. But, the best opposition in that division left. All the names that, he should have fought in that division that probably would have made him closer to a pay-per-view star that he didn't get to fight. He was promised to fight Canelo. Canelo did something else. Demetrius Andrade, he signed to fight him. Andrade did something else. He didn't want to fight Arislandi Lara. Lara was calling him out. There was no longer training stable mates. He didn't fight Arislandi Lara, and we'll talk about that in a minute. That might can happen at 160 pounds. Didn't get a crack at Floyd Mayweather, obviously. Didn't get a crack at Jaime Munguia. Didn't get a crack at Miguel Cotto. I forgot they offered the Cotto fight to Spence. That shit, Spence should have took that shit, but that's another story for another day. So, if you're talking about, what's really next for him, really, if Errol Spence and Crawford don't fight or Crawford beat Errol Spence, then, for him, that's glory right there. Now you're talking about putting yourself in a super fight. Why wouldn't you want to do that? But nobody know how he feel. And the Charlos will tell you probably they don't control their careers. They get told who to fight, when to fight, where to fight, and that's what they do. But stand and fight Fondor and Tim Tszyu, I mean, unless you're willing to travel abroad and Australia offering you the big bag, makes no sense. Fondor makes no sense. I can see you at 60 if you make it that far. A lot of the alternative options at 54, you undisputed. I got every belt. I don't have to fight you. His brother talked about moving up to 68 and letting him move up to 60. Fine. That Lara problem's still there. Lara a little bit older. Chris Eubanks, you can fight him. Jaime Munguia come back down after Danny Jacobs. You can fight him, but you fight Gennady Golovkin. Demetrius Andrade, still the champion at 160 pounds. So, he got some options there, and he might have an opportunity to put some marquee names, but there will not be another opportunity that I could foresee where he will have if Crawford was to beat Spence was to beat Crawford. There's no opportunity where he can have an opportunity at superstardom like that. No opportunity. A lot of these, he thought, it was a good fight. It was legacy yesterday, but it wasn't. And you'll see in the viewership numbers, it wasn't publicity. It was a lot of C's, legacy, dominant C, if that's a word. But it wasn't last night for him. It wasn't popular. It didn't pop up on ESPN. It didn't come in on ESPN Sports Center. It wasn't no popularity. He fought in a tennis court that he still didn't, and he did fill it up. They gave away a lot of tickets, and I know that for a fact. So now that he got the hardware, now it's time to do what Terence Crawford started going to do, and that's put the cherry on top and get high-profile fights. And he should be willing to go up there and fight a welterweight and make his name. Many of guys in this position in higher weight classes, they made a living off of fighting welterweights. 704 salute. Sean, what's going on? He said, hell no. What you mean, hell no? Errol Spence could lose to them same people. Get his dick out your mouth. He very well could. Castano said he dropped him in the amateurs. Y'all be killing me. That nigga almost got knocked out by Ugas. But nobody want to talk about that. Like, come on. He goes to two-way street. He can go up there and lose too. What you think about Zugan Yoka? I don't really care about them straw weights. Nobody cares, to be honest. I stopped watching that. I ain't staying up 2-3 in the morning and watch them damn niggas that weigh my ankle. You know what I'm saying? I stop at 115. That's it. 115 or 112 at the most. Yeah, that's it. I don't pay attention to the straw weights, the paper weights, none of that, man. Them niggas don't be hurting each other. Don't nobody in America care. He said, look at the upcoming Errol Davis fight. That makes Davis look good. Make look good for what? He fighting a bum. Rolly's a literal bum. But it's going to be a great fight, though. Want to see Charlo versus the big 6'7" dude for what? What's the point of fighting a big 6'7" dude for it? You're not going to pay. You're not going to have to pay for it. It makes no sense to fight Sebastian Fondor. Especially at 54. What does it make sense? It's not going to be on pay-per-view. And if it is on pay-per-view, it's not going to sell. Fondor still got to continue to build up his profile. So it makes zero sense to put you in versus Fondor. It's not going to change your check. You fought legacy. You cleaned out a division. You've been in the division for multiple years. Guys came, guys gone. Cotto came. A lot of guys came and gone. Floyd Mayweather. You put your work in there. You know. Now it's time to get them high profile money fights. Crawford-Spence. If it's Errol Lara, if it's Gennady Golovkin, if it's Chris Eubanks Jr., if it's David Benavidez, like he called him out, it's time to get those type fights. He's not getting no younger. He need to be in those elite, superior fights. He need to seek those fights. Forget seeking out belts at this point. So forget seeking out being undisputed again. You already did it. You're already a Hall of Famer. Go out there and get an 8, 9, 10,000 figure paydays. That's what he got left to do. High profile fights. That's what he got left to do. High profile fights. He already fought for legacy. He already fought tooth and nail with the killers at 154. Now he's trying to go out there and get some money fights. Just my opinion. He said, I remember watching Fondor, I think fighting like 2-3 years ago. Judge felt bad for him. The other dude should have won. He lost. He won though. He literally won. Even when Hopkins beat Tenach, he didn't have the fan base that he should. No, but he made the bag and it raised his profile. He said, whatever, bro. Let the boy dig out your mouth. He said, I feel you on that. I was just saying because ESPN put on them small guys on. Man, forget ESPN. Forget ESPN. I'm already really tripping off what ESPN do. They put Lomachenko and them small dudes on there. It's a racially driven thing, bro. They tired of black fighters dominating the sport of boxing. How Canelo fought white people and still on the list? He dominated. He didn't have to fight Ben. I'm tired of talking about it, bro. It's all racially driven. Mike Coppinger, he don't know nothing about boxing, bro. Let's be real. Mike Coppinger don't know nothing about boxing. When you ranking heavyweights, man, okay, whatever. He said, how did Rolly become Tank's mandatory? Don't know. Ricky, salute. Maybe it's time to go on to see. He can do whatever you want to do. But it's time to seek out them high-profile fights. Time to get 10, 15, $20 million paydays for him. That's all he should be looking at. You tired of fighting on them lower-level tooth-and-nail fights in front of a tennis court. He need to be in arenas. He need to be being a spectacle. He need to be a big-profile fighter. He be, 32? Bro, you ain't got that many years left. Go out there. If it's Golovkin, if it's going to Japan and fight Murata for a belt, if it's fighting Errol Lara, which has a backstory, if it's reprising your rivalry with reviving your rivalry with Demetrius Andrade, if it's David Benavidez squeezing down in weight, whatever it may be, it's time to go get it. If Tim Zuna will offer you a whole bunch of money to go to Australia, I'm with it. If Terence Crawford, they can make a deal, it's time to get it. It's time to get it. You already dominated the legacy. Now let's go dominate the money facet of it. People were saying that, he was trying to get out his brother's shadow. And I don't understand. He always been a better boxer. I never understood why people say Jermell was better. He never was a better boxer than Jermell Charlo. Mark Nash, salute. He never was. Even when he was knocking K9 out, he was doing this. He never was a better boxer. So, I don't know if it's, jealousy there about his brother. I don't know if it's, it's about the power, whatever it's about, bro. He the better boxer. He stayed in the division, cleaned out the division. Now it's time to go get some money. Now it's time to go get some real money. Facts about blacks dominating. That's why they put all these other guys you never heard of. And ESPN won't put them dudes on their television. They put Tony Oka, who got dominated by that dude from Congo. They put him on before They put them small guys on there. Forget them small guys. And Chocolito was overrated too, and that's why he got iced. And if he didn't get iced by Sora Rivestein, he would have got iced by Inoue anyway. And he's supposed to fight Inoue, and he got iced by Sora Rivestein, so it didn't matter. And they still got him on a pound for pound list for what? Didn't he get robbed by Ron Estrada? So they both fell off my list. You know what I'm saying? He beat, that Arroyo kid or whatever, Sergio Cesar Martinez kid. So what? He wasn't shit. Neither. He on the list based on what, bro? Come on, they just trying to figure out all these ways to diminish other black fighters, and that's just all it is. Usyk a damn heavyweight. Don't want to care about it. Castano's a good fighter. He's solid. He ain't shit special. He's solid. He struggled with Michael Soar, had a draw with Lara. Ain't nothing to write home about. His style he was just a perfect match with Jermell Charlo. He ain't shit special. We ain't gonna say in hindsight some people thought he beat Charlo the first time, but he didn't. Since 16 watch 13 likes, please support the show by hitting the like button. It's free. Appreciate it, Mark Nash. We ain't gonna go in hindsight and try to big up somebody that they wasn't. I'm sorry. He had a nice run. He stayed there long enough time to win on them belts. That nigga was there when Floyd Mayweather was there. Shit, Lara didn't even moved out of there. You still feel pretty confident, crowd? Yeah. I'm not sure. I never said he was gonna win. But yeah, nothing to be scared about. Nothing to be scared about. I don't really like the caliber of fighting he beating at 54. Each one, every fighter that he fought, they all got some type of hole, and even including himself at 54, they all got some type of glaring hole. That shit don't scare nobody, bro. He all got a glaring weakness. Is they either can walk, or they can't chew bubblegum. Every fighter that he beat, it is what it is, But he struggled with John Jackson. He struggled with Tony Harrison. He struggled with Brian Carlos Castanos. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people didn't have him on his pound for pound list. It's nothing to write home. There's nothing to be scared about. He has a lot of holes in his game. It is what it is. But his durability, his punching power, and his conditioning bail him out at the end of the day. If he was a 147 pounder, he probably would have lost several times over and over again. Just being real. But at 54, one of them fighters always got a hole. Either they can punch or ain't got no chin. They got everything and they got no footwork. They got everything but don't have no tenacity to close the show. It's always something. Just being honest. They say because Ma had more KOs and Mel fought better names when they both was at 54. Mel was the better fighter, Resume is resume, but you can have a better resume and get your ass kicked by somebody who don't have a better resume. Ugas got a better resume, but in my opinion, he's not a better fighter than Jaron Boots Ennis. And that's my humble opinion. This is my opinion. Said Terence Crawford biggest fight. Yeah, of course. That might be the biggest fight out there for both of them when it's all said and done. Why not? A lot of bigger guys made their name off fighting smaller guys. Get that check. Unless you can get Eubanks in the ring or something like that, or Lara or Golovkin. Get that check, man. Shit, fucking collecting them belts. Keep collecting them checks. He said, "Are you amped for Tuesday night fight coming up?" I ain't know nobody was fighting on Tuesday. Who fighting on Tuesday? He said, "Styles, man, it do. Styles definitely make fights. He definitely do. But it's what it is. It's a whole, and every fighter at 54 can't be. This is subjective. How do you calculate the best division? We go win, loss. Eye test. It's a lot of different things to go off of. It's a tough division. It's a balanced division. But he been there a long time. You got to think about it. He been there through Munguia upsetting Saddam Ali. He been there before that when Saddam Ali upset Miguel Cotto. He been there since Floyd Mayweather been there. You got to remember, his twin brother won the title versus K9 first. He been there a long time, since Canelo was doing this thing. He been at the division a very long time. Probably time to move up. 54 is the best division in boxing. It's a fight fans' wet dream. If it is, why nobody supporting the fights? Why ain't nobody support the pay-per-view? You know, that's all I'm saying. If it's the best division in boxing, man, it just might be a microcosm on why, you know, on why PBC don't spend don't pour a ton of money in there and put an all access on and all that for this fight. If it's the best division, you know, it sure ain't getting the reception that it should can get. It sure ain't. And maybe that's why they don't believe in the best fighting the best, because regardless of the division, the results are gonna be the same. And that's why they believe in Marinade, but he been there a long ass time. Been there a long time. Charlo put on a box unless he did. He brought a jab too. Castano didn't bring no jab. Large Triple G will be legacy fights from male. Yeah, Large Triple G, Demetrius Andrade, Chris Eubanks Jr. You know, it's a good fight to go across overseas and get that money. Who cares? I don't know what he's talking about. 54 ain't the best division. If Tony Harrison had a gas and he'd still be champion, most skilled currently at 54. He said it's time to see the reigning undisputed champion. It says Charlo fought Castano like how AJ should have fought Usyk. Hell no. You can't fight no Usyk you can't be no 6'6" nigga fighting Usyk like that. You about to pummel Usyk. Shit, that nigga Charlo boxed last night. He ain't no way Charlo AJ beating Usyk like that. You better pummel Usyk ass. But the thing about Usyk, I told y'all, he know how to leverage taller fighters. So you really can't bully him like that. I'm trying to tell y'all. You can't bully him like he know how to leverage taller fighters. That's the Tyson Fury's weakness, is punching down. 54 better than 60? I mean, yeah. But 60 got better names. 60 got better names. Chris Eubanks Jr., that's a name. However you slice the cake, it is. Lara, that's a name. Go over to Japan and fight Murata. Triple G got paid a lot of money. That's why he can go straight into a Canelo fight. Demetrius Andrade there. That's a big fight for him. Gennady Golovkin still a name. That's a big fight for him. Yeah, you know, 60 is top heavy, but that's all he needs. He only fight once or twice a year, to be honest. So Jaime Munguia still down there. So yeah, you know, it's a top heavy name, but he can, you know, build a little bit more legacy there. You know, but you know, it is what it was. Say you're right. He's been at the division a damn long. Yeah, it'd be disappointing if he didn't accomplish that. You know, they started off at welterweight as teenagers, I believe. 68 a weak division. I mean, depends how you look at it. But it ain't weak to people because Canelo Alvarez bring the cash. You got a white American in Caleb Plant. You got a power punching powerhouse in David Benavidez and David Lemieux. They both can punch. You know, Demetrius Andrade, when the stay go, who knows? So it ain't the strongest. 68 ain't never really been a strong domestic division in America. It's just never been. It's been a European division. That's why Hagler never jumped up. It's honest. Says the main thing Allen says is holding up Crawford and Spence. PBC isn't going to pay you millions to beat their best fighter and their whole stable look bad. I mean, it could be. 75 top heavy. Well, 75 got some it's interesting. It's interesting because you got some good contenders in Callum Johnson, Joshua Buatsi, Anthony Yarbuatsi, Virgil Hunter fighter. Yeah, I heard about that Virgil Hunter this weekend. You still got Igor Malakoff. You still got Marcus Brown in there. I said Gilberto Ramirez somehow. Andre Durrell still up there. Yerninsky Gonzalez somehow he's still hanging in there. Craig Richards. So Sullivan Brer, I don't know what he fought last night and won. I don't know where he fighting at. Fang Long. I mean, better BF Joe Smith. It's more of an international fight, but it got some contenders in there. If you took away the champions, bro, it still would be a good division. Badu Jack still be a really good division. Yarden Boati is a great domestic UK fight. You throw him in there with Marcus Brown. You throw Gilberto Ramirez in there. You throw Badu Jack in there. You throw Callum Johnson who can punch. You throw what's the dude that really beat Joe Smith Jr. but he beat him and won the belt. So yeah, you know, I mean, I just follow a few of them dudes, man. Very talented fighters, bro. George Foreman once said boxing's like jazz. the better it is, the less appreciative it is. I don't believe in that. I mean, you in this case, you're kind of right though, Nate. But I think at this point, if they all fought each other, and I think that's what sports in America is missing a big hole. Hockey is trying to fill that hole right now, and that's why you see hockey popping up on major channels again, because they really killed themselves with the lockout. But yeah, they killed themselves with the lockout and shit, man. But ain't nobody really stepping up. The NBA is hard to watch. The NFL is seasonal, as most sports is. But you get 82 games in the NFL. You get 100 some games in football. How many games you get in hockey? 50, 60, 70 some games. So, NFL is like a shining armor. They was able to figure out how to have a good minor league system that was appealing, like the old USFL. They own sports. He said Boots about to be. I'm gonna get the Boots in 1 second. He said exactly. He said I want to see Charlo fight a puncher. I mean, he fought Jason Rosario. Rosario probably the hardest puncher at that division, including himself. He just can't take it. But most punchers in the history of boxing that condition can't take it. So Rosario was a monstrous puncher. So 154 is one of the least respected divisions in boxing. There's killers all over. You can't. Thing about it is, it's just not an original division too. And PBC didn't put a lot. And when they did put that fight on Fox where people could see it, that fight did record-breaking numbers with Tony Harrison. So when they put them when they put it on the platform that it can be accessible, it got appreciated and it got supported. Big Baby Anderson on Ross Nick's a great heavyweight. Yeah, shout out to Toledo. I love Big Baby Anderson. He said, I just seen the cornflake dude mad at Sean Porter because he got his ass sparked by Lara. Sean better pull up. What are you mad about? Sean retired. I think he will move up because he has nothing else to prove. Naquan, yeah. Unless you want to get some money with Crawford-Spence. He said Charlo can't get a huge bag versus Fondor or Crawford. I'd move up. Tim Tszyu don't deserve. Well, out of the 3 fights, the one fight out of the ones you named for him, that he gonna get a big bag is Tim Tszyu. Didn't they offer like $10 million? I don't know how true it is. Tim Tszyu probably the only fight that can happen that he don't get that money from. Fondor, he's still in the process of being built. So you probably can see that at 160, or you might see him in Boots down the line. Who knows? But out of the more real, the better reality that happened is Tim Tszyu. And I'm putting up that money, but I don't think Tim Tszyu can stand in there with him, bro. He said, salute CJ in the pound shot to Charlotte. Can Crawford take that power, though? Best way, you don't take the power. You don't stand in there and get hit. That's the thing about it. Did Floyd Mayweather stand there and let Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo beat on his ass? Hell no. Best chin, what they say, is a chin that don't get hit. But I don't think he will get in there if he couldn't take it. Because ain't nobody asked him to call out Jermell Charlo. Not a soul in this world said, you know what, man? I think that nigga should call out Jermell Charlo. Well, nobody saying that shit like people were saying, well, Floyd should fight Triple G. And that's what the haters were saying. Well, nobody saying that shit about Terence Crawford. He chose to call him out on his own. And he must see something. But, Charlo twins, they beatable. I'll tell you that. It ain't going to be easy, though. He said, if Lil Charlo take the Benavidez fight before his brother Jamal better retire because his face, he hid behind his security or behind his mans. Ain't no shame in that game. Hold on, one real quick. So the NFL schedule is like the NBA set up the 82 games. Yeah, okay, 82. I don't know. I play 82 in hockey. That shit physical. Porter has a habit of saying things that he should be saying off the cuff. Yeah, I think that's probably what it was, huh? And people still look at him as an active fighter too. So he got a point. He felt Sean clowned basically for getting knocked out, or he didn't like the criticism. Well, I mean, I guess they still look at Sean. I think it's like Kendrick Perkins in the NBA. They still look at Sean as a peer. So you really can't be talking reckless unless you go out there and put 50 pounds on and you out of shape. But Tyson Fury proved that you can shed that. So it is what it is. People gonna challenge him on that. It's supposed to be a brotherhood, but he's a part media. It's part of the media. Crawford not going 12 versus Jermell getting knocked.
getting hit the way he fought last night would be a problem. I don't think it would be a problem. I don't think it would be a problem. Because you got to understand too that Crawford is just not going to follow him around the ring and not jab. You got to understand. Castanos had one way, and that's going inside. Crawford is longer than Castanos. He's a better pedigree of fighter. Now, Castanos took a punch through 22 rounds, and that's the question. When people move up in weight, can you take a punch? That's the number one question. But Charlo's skill set, he is totally different. I mean, Crawford's skill set is totally different. It wouldn't be no problem. And can he box Crawford? Can he box Crawford? That's the question. Can he outbox him on the back foot, or would he try to pummel him? I think Crawford well enough to know that if he gonna challenge this dude, he know exactly how he gonna fight him, and it's hoes. So that's why Charlo used to fight. He used to have close fights with that style all the time. Well, Vanes Monterosian, Gabriel, there was a reason why he got away from that style, because he was having too many debatables. That's why he went out there and wanted to be a knockout puncher. It's plenty of fights. I don't say plenty. There's a few fights out here. That's the reason why he don't fight like that no more. He never been able to take pressure. You probably best serve is walking right out that corner and punching him right in his fucking mouth. He gonna go to the ropes. Different was if Castano would have picked up a jab, he probably would have had a better opportunity to win. Bud not going 54. You never know. He was going there if Patrick Shearer had lost to Carlos Adames. And Adames is a 160 pounder. And his videos of him sparring Adames, interchanging sparring partners. So he probably could go to 54. But at the end of the day, depending on who there. You gonna go up there and fight Sebastian Fondora? Hell no. Come on. You gonna go in there and fight? I don't even know who else there. Tony Harrison? Hell no. It gotta be a fight like this for the majority of the belts or all the belts. Or it gotta be a guy like Tim Tszyu where I go to Australia, rob the bank, and get the hell up out of there. Not going up there to fight Sebastian Fondora. Nobody's that dumb. Especially unless he bringing them Canelo paydays eventually, then yeah. If Spence not fighting Crawford this year, why not stay active, give Boots a shot? Spence the same guy saying that he was coming up. Dudes wasn't giving him opportunity, but he probably a hypocrite. Is that a probably there? Probably a hypocrite. Is he doing the same thing to Terence Crawford? That's a good segue. He doing the same thing to Terence Crawford that was done to him. Probably a hypocrite. He is a hypocrite. He playing Ring Around the Rosie just what Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia did to him. He doing the same thing to Terence Crawford for years. He doing the same damn thing that Terence Crawford did, that he went through. He did it to Terence Crawford. He did it for the last 3 or 4 years. Trolling them. Keith Thurman trolling them. Sean Porter and them said he ain't, worth nothing right now to them. Danny Garcia avoiding them for years. He been doing the same thing to Crawford that was done to him coming up. So probably a hypocrite. He is a hypocrite. He is a pump faker. And that's just the fact of the matter of it is. And if you don't control your career, stop acting like you the type of dude that control your career. You don't. But why would he give Boots a chance and not Crawford, not Spence? Not Crawford. Crawford gonna bring a better payday. They both bring risk. But you're seeing people saying, well, Boots will probably beat Spence. Well, hold on. Boots will probably beat Crawford. Hold on. Last time I checked, ain't that his mandatory? He going for the IBF. So he your mandatory. He easily probably could have went the WBO route, but Ortiz went the WBO route. Ortiz with it. So, like I said before, if he want to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, that's fine. But I just don't see the risk matching the reward. That's like Charlo fighting Fondor. For what? Both still making names. And Jaron Ennis doing what he supposed to do. He supposed to call these dudes out. And to be honest, he might not go rounds. until you fight them or until you move to another weight class. Last night, people said he a little bit too wide with his shots. Last night he showed his versatility. He kept it short and straight and short last night. He's showing you the complete package. He can come wide, he can come short, he can come straight. Why would Spence get in the ring with him and leave a legacy fight and a big money fight with Crawford? That's a huge fight with Crawford. I mean, you heard LL Cool J talking about it. You heard Steven Jackson pushing for it. You know what I'm saying? Lil Boosie and them pushing for it. That's a big fight. And is Jaron Ennis even the cancellation prize in that? No, it's Keith Thurman. Jaron Ennis got his own legacy to carve at 147 pounds. That may include Conor Benn eventually Virgil Ortiz, eventually maybe Dennis Ugas, Keith Thurman, Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, Gary Anton Russell. Nobody talk about their rivalry in the amateurs. That's what his legacy, that's what his legacy may include. Somewhere down the line, maybe Devin Haney. Don't know. Maybe Sionis. Maybe Raz Habatuev. Maybe Jamal James next. Who knows? Michael Fox. Who knows? He got his own legacy to carve. And, if he carving a legacy like he should be carving a legacy, maybe him and Errol Spence or Crawford fight at 54. Maybe not. But he shouldn't hitch his trailer to the back of their trucks. It really don't make no sense. Go carve your own legacy out. And if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. But I just hope that him and Virgil Ortiz and company just don't stretch this out. Like Al Haymon stretched out this welterweight division. Go ahead and fight and get it over with. Go ahead and get it over with. Go ahead and knock these dubs, get them dubs and build your legacy. But yeah, that don't make no sense. Only haters gonna push that on Errol Spence. That don't make no. Even if he's the mandatory, he moved high, decide to move up. So what? I'm gonna defend my belt for him for pennies. Hell no, that don't make no business sense. If I'm gonna get my ass kicked, I'm gonna get my ass kicked for the highest dollar. We being real, but like I said before, he supposed to call out Errol Spence. He supposed to draw with Errol Spence. That's what he supposed to do. That's what Errol Spence did with the other, top fives for Keith Thurman. Floyd Mayweather had him hunt down Keith Thurman. He said that Joe Smith Jr. retired at Alvarez. No, I heard that man. He coming back, or he did come back. Shout out to Kid Bud. I heard that other Alvarez was coming back, or he did. I can't remember. I heard that. So I seen that David pushed him and ran. And ran. Harrison showed us how to beat Charlo. He couldn't take the punches. They're just touching him. He just fight too tight. That's a tall order for Crawford. Well, he must think he can do it. That's what boxing is, taking risks. It's all about taking risks. People didn't think that Roberto Duran could beat Iran Barkley, but he beat him. He beat him. Some people probably would have said that, Roy James Toney was a little bit too much for Roy Jones to bite off. That's what makes boxing great. Why stay on the career plan? Keep fighting fights you're going to win and you're going to dominate. Take a risk. He said a while back that all them guys who want to fight the best when they coming up, when they become champions, it change. Yeah, money changes them. Keep Thurman told you that. Money changes that. And understandably so. So, I get it. He said, how you see Fondor, Tim Tszyu, Fondor. I think Tim Tszyu probably better match up with Brian Castanos. Fondor probably. And Castanos might have a chance versus Castanos might have a chance versus Fondor, but he don't jab enough, bro. So, I don't think nobody beating Fondor. Not named Jermell Charlo. He said, well, Heyman can make Charlo stick around for Bud. He could, but it's all about how comfortable he make the weight. I don't know. None of these fighters control their careers. Canelo do. Well, you can say Eddie Reynoso control his career. You might be right on that one. Demir. Spence wants Crawford and said Boots got to wait his turn. He ain't gonna fight no damn Boots. He ain't gonna fight no Boots. Not at 47. Brian said Tim is not ready for Charlo. Hey, I mean, Brian, somebody on the outside looking in. I don't think he's ready for him neither, though. Thought he had a chance. He's not ready for that. He's not ready for that. His father not gonna let him bark up that tree. Boots a similar situation at 47 that Paul Williams was back in. Paul Williams got, he younger than Paul Williams probably, right? I would imagine what is Jaron Boots Ennis? What is he? Spunked out Custio Clayton now. 24. So he be 25 in June, yeah. It's time to make a boss move. But one thing I love about his career is that he racked up a huge number of wins. That's how you get better. He got 29 wins already. He got 29 wins. He's been professional since 2016. So 6 years he's been professional. And on that, he on average for 5 fights a year, right? Yeah. He just below. If he fight again, he'll be right around it because his year to date he turned pro just April 30th when he turned pro. So yeah, they did a good. Whoever handling them, Cameron Duncan doing a good job. He on track for almost 6 or 5 fights a year. Yep, that's how you want. That's the only way you're gonna get better is by doing it, bro. All that 10, 15 fight, you need fights. Every training camp, if it's 1 round, 10 rounds, 4 rounds, but support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Yeah, all that shit matter, bro. That's 29 training camps he didn't have. He got damn near more fights than Errol Spence. And he become champion, he should ramp that number up, but he should keep going. So the kid is very robotic and stiff. He can punch though. I think Jermell hits him with a bomb. But I just think he's consistent. I don't think he like real stiff. I think his punches flow. His punches flow very, very well. He's smooth. I can't really say he's robotic. And a lot of Eastern Europeans are upright robotic. He's smooth, but I don't think he got the reflexes to get out the way, in my opinion. Said PBC did a terrible job managing and all building. They did. They did, Demir. But if they would have kept the free TV model, they probably would have 3 or 4 pay-per-view stars. That's why Deontay Wilder became a stud. Because everybody was seeing him just knock people out. He was on people undercards. Every time they seen Wilder, he was knocking somebody out, knocking Charlie V out in the gym, knocking somebody. Every time you seen Wilder constantly, how many fights did Wilder finish with? I can't say he finished. Hopefully he do come back. But Deontay Wilder, that's how Canelo built his. Now Canelo built his. Before he started fighting on Mayweather undercards, he built his popularity fighting on free Mexican TV till he caught a body, and then they ended up bringing him back to free TV after that. Yeah, Deontay got 45 fights. You got to think about he probably been wearing, he probably been, fighting once or twice a year the last couple of years. Crawford and Mel Cassell, they both gonna talk trash. They may even have a pre-fight scuffles. Both don't want to make a statement. Yes, that's some money fight. Charlo gonna be the first, bigger guy to make money off of a smaller guy. He said Boots not gonna fight as much as he used to once he makes it. Yeah, I mean that's proven. It's a proven fact right now. That's a proven fact right now. Well, he fought 2 times in the pandemic. He did fight 3 times. My bad. He fought 3 times in the pandemic. He fought 1 fight before. So he fought 2. So he fought 3 in the pandemic. 1 was a no contest, no decision because of Chris Van Deer. 19 he fought twice. 18 he fought 5 times. So yeah, he should though. That's how you end up with all them title defenses. You should be as active as you can. Crawford versus Jermell only will sell if Crawford bets Spence In my opinion, Crawford stayed with Top Rank too long. Didn't build him to didn't build. Nobody building their careers to superstar levels though. So nobody's getting built to superstar level. So it don't matter if he was with PBC, with Top Rank. Nobody built the stars. That fight gonna sell. Trust me. Crawford coming off a little bit of momentum. Jermell coming off a lot of momentum. They both gonna be talking. They both, they both alpha dogs. That fight is sell. That fight is sell. Charlo just needed a American talking a dance partner, just like he had with Terence with Tony Harrison. Stay can get Thurman too. Thurman will dog walk Stay. Thurman probably spark him, in my opinion. He'll spark him. I think he'll spark Stay. And if he don't, Stay probably come on hot. Stay probably come on hot at the end. And Keith, he might start Keith at the end, or Keith might edge it, but I got Keith. Keith got too much movement for Stay, but Stay could break him down. Stay could, but Keith ain't gonna sit there and bang with him though, like old boy did, Rasab Batuev. He ain't gonna sit there and let Stay beat on him, not early. Maybe at the end of the fight he will, but yeah, he said, I hope Boots didn't sign with those testy Al. Wow. That man is gonna start his career out. Al Heyman single-handedly destroyed the welterweight division. No, he ain't signed with Al. He said facts. He said Spence people check Boots team for talking trash, but they are picking him to beat Crawford. Like I said, that just let you know the amount of respect that they got. They let you know that they don't want to fight him. They know it could be a bad style for their man, but he can't beat Crawford right now. Crawford not cussing your fucking Clayton, trust me. But he ain't gonna get blew out. I don't think he'd get knocked out. He might. They can't beat Crawford right now. Can't beat Spence right now. It's levels to it. He might be one of those special dudes that he might be able to do it, but he only went I think 6 rounds might be the longest he went. Yeah, 6. Yep, 6 is high. So, but nonetheless, let's end off on Errol Spence now. Errol Spence, did some interviews last night, and where he talked about they asked him what about an update for the Terence Crawford fight. He really didn't provide an update. He said it's going. And my thing is, at the end of the day, bro, what's gonna be their cutoff line for this fight? That's the question. What's gonna be the cutoff date for this fight? That's the $1 million question. When they gonna say, well, we moving on? And that'll be interesting, when they figure that out. But at the end of the day, he said it's going. He didn't really provide no major update. He did talk about Terence Crawford's trainer, and basically he said that he's 5'7", he fought a super heavyweight, that he ain't got no discipline because his weight. How you gonna tell his fighter to be disciplined? You know what I'm saying? But Freddie Roaston had no defense as a coach, and he probably be telling his fighters to defend. It's a lot of things. Virgil Hunter never boxed, but he was able to help lead Andre Ward to a world championship, and Andre Ward's father trusted Virgil Hunter with his son. So, like I said before, and why he talking about Bomac is because Bomac said over the years he has not improved as a fighter, and I guess that hurt him, that he disrespected his craft, and it wasn't like he was joking. He was dead ass serious. He said that in that Ugas fight, he said he's seen some holes in his game that still ain't been fixed, and Crawford gonna beat his ass. I mean, that's what he supposed to say. Even if he don't see holes in this game, or he don't, he supposed to say that. And, Errol Spence, got in his feelings, posted this box record. He's still on some shit that we talked about 3 weeks ago. Is this smoke and mirrors not to make the fight? Is it something to help build the fight? But everything that he done said about Crawford and about Crawford's team, and he get in the ring with Crawford, he gonna have to answer to that. And that's what he got to understand. Everything he talking about, and they do get in the ring, he gonna have to answer for that. And he could be bringing the best Crawford that we ain't seen yet. You notice a lot of people when you ask their opinion on this fight, they kind of tiptoe the line because they seem to be cool with both of them. But I think in people's heart of hearts, they know how this gonna end. Even his fans know how this gonna end. You know, and he know how this gonna end. Al Heyman know how this gonna end. His supporters know how this gonna end. They can be hopeful. What's that Clips album? Lord willing, they could be Lord willing hopeful. But all them people that standing with him, that come with him, they know how that's gonna end. My boy that's always with him in the back, his other homie, they all know how this gonna end. They all know how this gonna end. They know how this gonna end. And if he get in the ring like a man, he answered to Terence Crawford. He knew from the day that he called him out how it was gonna end. He knew when he told him to get a belt, no, he wasn't gonna fight him. He knew how this was gonna end. So he can continue to get the shovel and dig a hole. He can, like Jay-Z said, he could dig a hole. He said when it spills outside of the booth, that's how you know I know you niggas outside of your truth. Come on, he know how this is gonna end. There's no secret. And I think it's gonna be somewhat of a victory lap for him to finish. And I think if he does beat Terence Crawford, it's gonna be one of the biggest accomplishment in his life. But he know how it's gonna end. And everybody tiptoeing around the fight. You know, it's a reason why this fight didn't happen a long time ago. It's a big reason why. You know, and they know even that man he hugging right there, Jermell Charlo. He cool with both of them, but he know how it's gonna end. You know, unless Bud lose a limb or Bud get old overnight, he gonna whoop his ass. He gonna whoop his ass. And that's what's gonna happen. He know it. And all this trolling that he doing and all this talking, he gonna answer to that. Bud ain't gonna let you disrespect nobody on this team and not answer for it. So, you know, he can talk all he want to. He can talk about how he ain't pound for pound and all this and that. We know what happened when top-ranked fighters cross the street. We know what happened when they get off the leash and they come on the other side of the street. Them big boys, they go hide in their house. Them big boys, they get in their doghouse and don't come out. Them big boys jump to another street and try to be bad. They don't go around the corner and pull that shit on them other dudes. Chris Tucker said, D Smokey said. Everybody know, bro. Like Boosie said, Bud, nigga. Bud gonna knock him out. And you know, it's gonna be pomp and circumstance if he make it on his feet, if he see the decision. It is. And they've been hoping Bud get old. They've been hoping Bud fall off a cliff. They be hoping he physically fall off. And he here. And he's still here. They was hoping that he had a lawyer's fight with a top rank so they could slide out of there. And he free. You know, what Kenny said about Terence Crawford and Sean Porter? He said he don't want the fight, but it's here. And Spence never wanted this fight. So he can continue to run his mouth because real stone cold fighters, they don't have to run their mouth. They're gonna show you better than they can tell you. And if he do get in the ring and he get his ass beat and he never make another dollar off boxing, I'll be happy than a motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker as a boxer. I said it like that. I can't stand him as a boxer. If he get in there and he have a Rocky V moment where he in his basement and he broke his hell, it serves him right. I can't stand a fucking hypocrite. I can't stand somebody that's fake. Oh, I hope somebody knock his goddamn teeth out. I'd be happy. I hope Bud put a TBC brand on that boy ass. Because I told y'all before, when I think everything that's bad in this new generation of boxing, I make it synonymous with him. Let me stop before I get banned. He says Styles is good. He said anything less than 45%, I think Bud Crawford can move on. I think Sean Porter said fight talk numbers. Who fights Styles? Dion's gonna get that step aside bag. Spence not gonna lay down though. Of course he not, because he can't. His career won't never be the same if he let anybody. The only person that can let the quit is Roberto Duran. We can move on. He ain't gonna lay down. But if he do lay down, hey, he gonna have to get put down. He gonna have to get put down. He know how. All these motherfuckers know how it's gonna go. All of them know how it's gonna go. But where you got to go? You gonna go fight fucking Fondor for short chips? Crazy as hell. Gonna fight Canelo? Go be my guest. Might be the best time to get him. Better not fighting Dallas. He fighting Dallas, you can guarantee it's a knockout. He fighting Dallas, he gonna get knocked out trying to knock out Spence. So it don't matter where it's at. That man gonna try to knock him out. Everybody know you come to Dallas. Well, I don't even think they probably robbed for that nigga in Dallas. They truly kind of robbed for the Hispanics, bro. So I don't really think the scorecards would be an issue in Dallas. In Texas, I think they really robbed for like the Juan Diaz's, the Canelo Alvarez's, and fighters like that. I don't think they robbed for niggas in Texas. Well, people can say Castano's got robbed, so yeah, I might be tripping. I mean, might be tripping. I might be tripping on that one. Says Spence has never beat a unified champ or took a belt from undefeated champion. Fact, a fact, no debating it. But he has taken this belt from all guys who had it though. But it is what it is. But you know, his continued assault on Bomac just let you know how sensitive he is. That's why they sit there with PBC and Kelly Swanson and ban all y'all niggas from channels. And you should just tell what type of nigga he is too, cause he roll with he be fucking with Fred still. That'll let you know what type of nigga he is, bro. So who at 47 besides Bud and Spence continue running the boy Jaron Ennis. Virgil Ortiz gets some defense, yeah, him too, but no defense. You think Boots can clean out 50 corner 50? I don't know. Got to get to 47 for, but I think he got the talent. I know for a fact he beat a couple dudes at 54 in the gym. I mean, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. I'm not gonna say their name because I respect them. He said Nate Boots is a big welterweight, but Fondor is a super-sized new welterweight. Sugar Short salute. From the history, Bud Crawford steps up when the lights is brightest. He said, "Stop, good fella. You hating on Spence." Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm a hater like you, but my wrist big. Now he has to be. He got the best chance. Ortiz got some defense, man. Ortiz have a great chance too. He just ain't got no damn defense. And everybody said Boots get hit too much. They listening because last night he didn't get touched. And he wasn't wide last night. He kept everything short and straight. You calling the drunken guy, that's between y'all. Brooke coming off a loss, broken face for a loss. Ugas Porter is EJ best win. What about Danny Garcia? I think Danny Garcia probably his best performance because he ain't losing around. I think that's his best performance, but Sean Porter. Anything with speed gonna bother Errol Spence. I tell you that right now. Speed gonna always bother him. He ain't fast. So Sean Porter super fast. So it's just if Sean Porter could find a way to find leverage on his shots and punch hard, Sean Porter will be a problem, bro. But speed gonna bother him, bro. That's how you beat him with foot speed and all that stuff. He says not CJ Charlo not trending in Texas, not reporting on Undisputed. Sad. You would be the guy that tell me that. What up, though, Joey? Actually, hold on. Where Danny Garcia being the Thurman not gonna fight him? Why not Danny versus Boots? Well, man, Danny, they ain't making that fight. They both from Philly. You're going to get hit when you're trying to stop a guy. Yeah, that's just gonna happen. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna watch the Dallas Mavericks game, man, and Benavidez SMU fight week. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I'll be on the road next week, man, so I won't be watching it. But as soon as I get it, as soon as I touch down, I try to watch it and do a video as soon as I can. But I think let me look up the schedule real quick for y'all. I missed Onyx last night. Sorry for Tia. Did Kovalev win last night? I know Evan Holyfield got knocked out yesterday. When I saw that, he got fucking stretch. I was seeing it on YouTube. Somebody hit me up, said he got hit. Oh yeah, Kovalev wanted a 10-round decision over Puev brother, who was undefeated. Yeah, he won a 10-round decision. I think it might be his cruiserweight debut. So next week we got Benavidez, Joshua Buatsi, and Craig Richardson on the zone. Zenobic is taken for that. It's fighting on the IBF interim. I'm not sure that's ESPN. Mickey Bay and Tevin Harmon supposed to be fighting. And Monty Monster Man Williams is back. And then the following week is Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolly Fight Week. That's going to be big. He said, Danny put up no resistance. He says Jermell won't get his flowers to retire. Like most fighters, the Suns. Yeah, we'll see, man. I hope Dallas win, kind of, but I ain't got nothing against the Suns. My boy D Book from the Mint anyway. But hey, appreciate y'all. Peace.